That's a little generous on that line. I always overcut a little bit within reason, because if you overcut too much, you got so much to chisel through to actually set the metal pieces in that it's just it's more trouble than it's worth. I've got to make this one a 1/2 inch longer than the other one. Making this on cleaner, fresh planed wood makes that line easier to see as well. You can't see it right now, but there's fiddleback from about here to here. It's very faint, and whenever it's finished, it'll show up. But this side is outstanding. That's going to be a pretty piece. And it just plays out right about there and goes to straight grain. Woo! I guess it's been too long since I've done this. Got a little rusty. I had to sand that center line off and put an offset center line on because this thing has a cheek piece and that sticks out. See, that throws the center line over to the middle of this, but not the center of the total wood because that sticks out. So I sanded that other one off and redid that. Now I've got to mark the top of this profile. Top of this receiver goes back about 1/16 of an inch and straight down. It's going to be an interesting cut here. The thing is, I can't see my center line because it's underneath all this. I'm going to put me some sidelines on the outside of that. That receiver is 1.43, a little less than 3. So half of 1.43 is 0.715. Per each side, which would put that thing about right there. Something like that. That's pretty close. I'm gonna have to do some hand fitting up on this top before I can even get it down close enough to do that. What's holding me off the most is this big spring for the lever. So I'm gonna go ahead and mill that out. Keeping in mind that thing shifts back about a 32nd more than what I've got it drawn. And it goes down about almost a ½ inch from the top surface down. It's actually more than a half, 0.565. So it goes down that deep. That'll let me set that in place, drop it down in there, and then I can get a better scribe mark on this top recess. So first I got to get these little, I don't even know what to call those things. They're just little tabs that go up into the back of the receiver. They're cute, they're pretty, and they're functional. What more can you ask for, right? I got to relieve for that big spring first before I can final fit those little bumps. All that stuff, as wide as it is, it's not wider than this tang. So if I stay inside the lines I marked on the tang and then cut these things, I got to drop this for this screw and for this safety lever that goes back and forth and for the spring. All that comes out of right there. The most forward thing is this screw, and it is underneath the surface of where the top tang is going to be. 0.3. Okay, I'm good on my depth up here where the front screw goes. Now, where this little safety tab sticks down, I'm deeper than that. I'm about 0.475, almost a ½ inch. And it starts about right here. And goes back to there. that got me enough. That got me a good start. I think I'm gonna go ahead and plow the rest of this out since I've got it here and set up. Cause see, this is goodness, almost 3/16 thick metal all the way forward to backward. It's got to be all cut out of there. I'm gonna take part of it out, but I'm also gonna change the shape of this where this